It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
No, I was thinking about PSAs, public service announcements, because um, there were a lot when we were young. It was kind of a way for, because we were latchkey kids, for, parents to give parently advice from afar, because that's how they had to do it.
Yeah.
You know? And I was thinking about the PSAs that shaped my childhood and thus have shaped my adulthood as well.
I too woke up in a cold sweat last night thinking about it.
You did.
I just happened to have pulled some up for us on a good old YouTube.
That's right.
And,
Thanks, YouTube.
I pulled up my two scariest. Maybe not my two scariest, because I'm sure there's going to be part 2 and 3 of this, because I remember plenty more. But 2 of the ones that shook me to my core as a kid, and plus a fun one, and I think you did the same, right?
I did. After I, too, woke up in a cold sweat in the middle of the night thinking, what would you two do?
I gotta get that furnace looked at.
So this first PSA concerned me greatly. Do you remember the PSA about where are your children? It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are? Do you remember that one?
Sometimes I forget we have children.
Oh, well, this would have been for you then. This would have
Probably,
been very
yeah.
helpful.
I could have used this now.
Right. This would have been very helpful for you back in the day. But let's show the clip.
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
I do remember that one, and I remember, for a long time, the big joke would be, "Hey, Dan, where are you at?" I'd be like, "I'm right here, Dad, sitting next to you on the couch." "Oh, yeah, hey, we know where our kids are at."
I bet that was a pretty hot joke in a lot of households. Like, a lot of dads were like, can't wait for this thing to come on at like 10 p.m. so I can zing my kids again. Yeah. No, I remember, when I got older, obviously I kind of knew that was like a safety PSA. But when I was younger and I didn't really know it was a safety PSA, I really was concerned about where these kids were. Like, I didn't know that they were talking about, missing and exploited children. I thought just children were disappearing. And we didn't know who was next or why.
Well, I have a similar experience with one that I'll talk about next. I could definitely see that one, though, because he does, it sounds like a special news break interruption. Hey,
And yeah, and the guy is very serious and very somber.
When I saw it, and probably because it was 10 p.m., glamorous time for a kid, and all those lights and that flare there, I thought, man, these kids must be out doing something fun.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd be like, their parents might not know where they're out, but they're enjoying themselves.
Yeah.
And I ended up club life. Realized that was for me at about 7.
Right.
No, this was not, it has never been, but anyway.
No.
But I did, that is what I would think. Like, I would think it would be probably the arcade.
Oh, see, I worried much more about them. And there were several scenarios, like, I don't know, that they were maybe roaming the countryside and maybe just subsisting on wild strawberries and wild onions. I didn't know.
That's almost as good as the arcade. Mm-hmm. If you're hungry.
If you're hungry.
Ain't nothing better for a hungry man than strawberries and onions.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I don't even know where our subscribers are at 10 p.m., but I could if they would actually subscribe right now.
Yeah.
Hit like.
You should hit like and subscribe.
You should.
You really should.
Thank you.
Just, it's 10 p.m.
We
Do
do
you know where
appreciate
your
it.
likes and subscribes are? They need to be right
here,
right down here. There's
You can
nothing
only
down
give
there right
one
now, but
Like and
There
subscribe
will be.
today. Please make it this one.
there'll be a little hand like this, and you just.
I'm McGruff, the crime dog. Let me show you something.
Oh.
Look, I will say right now, if someone in a trench coat comes up to you in a playground or a parking lot or anywhere, a department store, and says, "Let me show you something," it's not going to end well.
Tell him no. No,
Yeah.
thank you.
Although one time I did, and I think it was at the subway station or train station. One time someone did try to literally sell me watches from a trench coat where they were hanging on the inside of it, just like you.
That was the bus station.
Yeah, were you with me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We've been married for 70, 80 years, folks.
Yep.
Now, here comes the part that sent shivers down my spine. Innocent kids playing.
A lot of kids there. Every day in this country, 60 kids disappear.
This goes along with my theory.
What?
I mean, just, kids disappearing all the time, just like that.
Yeah.
You didn't know? You didn't know if it was going to be you? You didn't know where'd they go to?
That's true.
Are they out there living on strawberries and onions?
They probably still are. Making me hungry. But yeah, like my grandma had the Time Life books, right? So I'd read those, and one whole thing I'm sure was about disappearances that can't be explained.
Mm-hmm.
Spontaneous combustion, alien abduction. That's what I always immediately jumped to when I'd see this with these kids. It was never a snatcher or some whatever. It was always something Time Life bookie going on.
Okay, yeah. I could see that. Or Nancy Drewish.
I mean, that probably says more about me as a kid than the actual PSA, but they do just vanish there. I mean, that's alien abduction, right?
I think so. I think the evidence is pretty clear.
Glitch in the Matrix, something.
Ways, but a lot are kidnapped by strangers or even by people they know. Almost 20,000 kids a year. 20,000 kids. One kid at a time.
Wait a minute. He said 60 a day. Now he's saying 20,000 a year. I don't think that math adds up.
You don't think so?
No.
I don't have a way to check it. Do you have a way to check it?
My cranium.
Let's do that longhand. What is it?
365 divided by.
I feel like he's like maybe a day or two from retirement right now.
Yes. 2 days away from retirement, Jenny.
You gotta have a plan.
Very nice going, Jenny. She's gonna tell her folks about this.
Tell your folks to like and subscribe.
So you see the screen.
Indeed I do.
You see the stark messaging.
Yes.
A special public service
It
announcement.
brings back memories.
I'm going to let this PSA speak for itself, and then we will speak of it later.
Probably the best. The more left unsaid, the best. We'll see. Hey, it's Pee-wee.
This is crack.
Use of graphics, check. Use of stark lighting, check. Use of sad clown, I guess. Pee Wee Herman.
Sure.
In full costume and makeup.
Yeah.
As Pee Wee Herman talking about. That scene could be dropped in the middle of any David Lynch movie and or show.
All right, now this one I really never understood. Freddie Mercury, I think, is who it is.
Another one bites the dust.
Yep.
Smoking a cigarette.
It wasn't a cigarette.
And since my parents smoked cigarettes, I thought, well, look, that dog's disappointed in them, so maybe I should guilt trip my parents.
Good thinking.
Never worked.
Didn't work.
They've passed.
They haven't.
And I gotta say, I think that dog is a narc.
Yeah.
He's working for the DEA. Freddie
Well-
Mercury.
I don't think he's Freddie Mercury. I think that's a slice of toast.
A toast head Freddie Mercury.
That's right.
Now look, I'm sure toast head Freddie Mercury know exactly what we're talking about when we said, "Hey man, you look like toast head Freddie Mercury."
He'd be like, I get that all the time.
Yeah, and he's like, also, I'm smoking this left-handed cigarette, so I think that's funny.
Also, he'd say, don't call me Mr. Toasthead Freddie Mercury. Just call me Toasthead Freddie Mercury. We're friends now.
Yeah.
Next week is bad. Oh, the music's getting bad.
Now look, dog, you don't have to have a job to get out there in the world and work and whatnot, man. You just live in this dude's house rent free. Assume.
Well, look at his.
He's so cute. No,
Look
he's-
at- He's very disappointed. I don't like the set of his jaw right
No,
there.
He's not happy, but
Yeah.
he is cute. I think the two will work it out, but
You think so? By the end of the commercial?
let's see. No, he's going to call, that dog's going to call the cops. And also, I believe he was here to conquer planet Earth for...
I thought he went to the moon.
No, he came from the moon.
He said, I'm tired of this. I'm going to the moon. And then that's what he did when he got there. So yeah, I like the style of that one. I like the style of it.
I find it just as somehow as comforting as I did back then. Don't know why. Something about the art style.
It's kind of relaxing until the end when he's disappointed and then he walks off. It's not good.
Well, he's now conquered the Earth.
Or the moon.
The moon doesn't have a grass. Look, that's grass back there. It's green.
Oh,
right?
okay, yeah, you're right.
Tell me it's the moon.
Maybe he put
Dog on the moon's ridiculous.
Maybe he put some AstroTurf down.
Could have terraformed it already. You could be right. I recant my earlier
We don't know what dogs do.
rebuttal.
We don't know what dogs do. This one's disappointed in his owner.
I know what ours do. Nothing.
For a hunka,
When I'm slow on the draw and I need something to chaw,
a slicer or chunker,
I hanker for a hunk
or chunker bunka.
of cheese. Oh, howdy, partner.
We were TikTokers, I guess we would have created a dance.
Probably, yeah. Hey, TikTok that, somebody.
Yeah. We're not going to because we're
Right, please.
we're YouTubers. Darn
Yeah,
it.
TikTok's for young folks. So make somebody make us viral on the talks.
On the what?
The talks.
On the talks. Is that what the young folks call them nowadays?
I guess, right? I imagine.
Right?
Well, tell us about this thing.
Well, I was going to say, this PSA was influential for me because me and my sister, Barb, sang it back and forth to one another for decades.
To annoy each other?
Yes.
I see.
Yes.
I can see that.
Absolutely. It didn't start out that way. It started out with a mutual love for this hankering
It's
for
catchy.
a hunk of cheese song. And then it went from there and it all went downhill.
When my get up and go has got up and went, I hanker for a hunk of cheese.
It is very catchy. Well, this one always used to send me into like an existential crisis.
Okay.
It's probably not a stretch to say I was an overthinker as a kid
Maybe.
about the strangest things. Is this man cheese? Is he himself, his hat, his kerchief, his cane, his boots? Is it all cheese?
I've always understood him to be so.
Eyes, his brain, his lungs that breathe the very breath. Cheese.
Yes. I think so. Yeah.
Why does he want people to eat it?
When I'm dancing a hold down and my boots kind of slow down.
He himself eats cheese.
Anytime I'm weak in the knees.
We don't want this person to teach our children.
I hanker for a hunka.
I'm 50 years old. I only know one thing. If someone eats the flesh of their own people, you don't trust them.
Right.
Sliver, slice, and chunka.
Don't trust them.
That's good advice. That's
All
good
advice
daily
I've got,
advice for
buddy.
now.
I stand by it, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
It might be controversial. And if so, cancel me.
But before you do that, hit like and subscribe.
Please hit like and subscribe. Hanker for a hunk of subscribers.